and a little segment on staying within the law, doing what we do, how to teach versus treat symptoms, how to teach people how to renew their vibrant health, how to take responsibility for your own health issues. And it also gives you a packet of information on internal forms for starting your own practice. So that 5-day intensive is $695. And if you have it paid in full 1 month prior to the class, you get an early bird discount, and it would be $650. Now there are a couple of discounts. One is if husbands and wives come together. The first one would come at $650, and the second one would come at $450. Also, if you're coming as a group, that would be something like a chiropractor's office or a massage therapist's office. If there's multiple people coming to the class from one organization, there's a special discount for that. So call us or email us, and we'd be happy to send you the written information to show you what the rest of the discounts are, what the dates are, what the class, abbreviated class outline looks like. And there's a page that's a seminar application, and that's what you would fill out and mail back with your $200 deposit, and that's what secures your seat in the class for next April. The next class is April 23rd through the 27th, 2012. And if you cannot get to the class, if you physically cannot come, there is one other option, and that would be the home DVD series. And what that does is gives you an 8-disc set of a previous class that we filmed of Dr. Morse. It doesn't give you the physical iridology and the round tables and the summation at the end, but it will give you a wealth of information. You can get it for $350 if you do not wish to become certified, and you can get it for $450 with a take-home exam and Dr. Morse's Detox Miracle Sourcebook, which is the workbook for both courses. Those would be $450 with the certification. And what you do is you watch them at your leisure, and then send the exam back to Dr. Morse. He does all the corrections himself, and if he feels that you've grasped all the salient points, then you become certified. We send you a certification, we send you a new price list based on what we call a local distributor category, and your exam back with all the notes from Dr. Morse on it, and some packets of information. So you have a choice of coming in person once a year. It's always the last week in April at Everglades University in Sarasota, Florida. Or you can do the home study course. Either way, it's a wealth of information. If you come in person, it's absolutely the energy that Dr. Morse exudes over those 5 days is incredible. And probably by the time you're leaving, everybody's walking on air. It's just beautiful energy, and it's a wonderfully conducive spot for learning. So if you have any further questions, feel free to call me or any of the staff here. We'd be happy to answer any questions. We'd be happy to send you the paperwork or email it to you. It's a mind-boggling experience. It's a life-changing experience. It's empowering to know that no matter what health issues you're dealing with, that there is a way to turn them around. I can tell you firsthand that I was a client before I started working for Dr. Morse. And for all of you out there that deal with chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, Lyme's disease, allergies so bad they told me I'd have to live in a glass bubble the rest of my life after suffering for 25 years. I haven't had one allergy in the last 13 years. So Dr. Morse literally gave me my life back, and he can do that for anyone. It's just a matter of teaching you the keys. So, thank you for your time. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to call. If you want to sign up for the class, as I say, just fill out this one-page application form, send it in with your deposit, or call me with your credit card information, and we'll be happy to sign you up. It's a life-changing experience, and I hope you can all come. Thank you.
How'd you like Kathy? You know, she said she didn't think she smiled enough. It's like, you know, we're all just a bunch of people trying to help each other. I thought I would kind of close this particular segment with this gentleman here. I guess you're from Switzerland, my friend. And your question was mucoid plaque, and that's a good question. I have Dr. Jensen's endoscopy and colonoscopy here, and you really can see the black plaque on the wall of the man that wrote the colon book. And I'm not meaning to be mean with Dr. Jensen, but I think that's the benefit of herbs and things like this and the raw foods and cleaning the body, because we've had people use just raw foods and get this black plaque out, not just the psyllium. And you see it on a lot of colonoscopies. You'll see black on the wall. Medical doctors use staining by consumption of herbs. I had a lady bring in her colonoscopy, and she had this black plaque on the wall, and her medical doctor said, well, you stained your bowels taking herbs. She said, I've never taken herbs. So you see that, you know, in this plaque. And then there's stories of John Wayne, you know, with 15. Some people say 40, you know, that kind of got out of hand. There is impactions that exist in bowel pockets. Sometimes the bowel pocket will close over and you'll have impactions. White flour is a well-known glue, and generally eating a white bread sandwich with meat could be somewhat impactive in bowel pockets. I have just thousands of pictures of that issue. And Dr. Jensen, of course, famous for writing the bowel book, has just picture after picture. And that's what I loved about his work. Is he put color. He was a great soul, man, very spiritual. And he loved flowers and beauty and color, which most spiritual people do. And so he loved to put photographs in his books. I think that was a big plus for him. N.W. Walker liked drawings, but Jensen really liked photographs. I really love that about his work. This is a true sign of a master in that science, you know. So he was so great at that. But there's no question that you get a plaque on the wall. It comes off. It's no big deal. Fruits will do it. Our stomach and bowel formulas are designed to do that. No psyllium in them. That's just herbs that pull and clean, like marshmallow, slippery elm. I've got plantain, a little bit of a drawer there. So that cleans the bowel wall off. Most of the problem is in the bowel wall. See, that's where most of the problem is in the gut wall. So as you detoxify, you're going to see mucus, strings of mucus coming out of that bowel wall. And that's really what you want. You really want to reach through that wall, clean the wall off, okay, reach through it and get interstitially where the interstitial lymphatic constipation is. But I wanted to address that to you because you asked me to do you a protocol, and I'm going to do you up a protocol. But I thought it was a good enough question that everybody should know that. You have your believers and your disbelievers, yada, yada, yada. Try it on yourself. Clean yourself out. Not to do the bentonite or the charcoal or that. We just use that to get more aggressive, particularly when I see sulfur. When I see an orange ring around your eye, I just talked to Greece earlier this morning. This lady's got an orange ring around her eye. Sulfur. And I do use that because sulfur is a little bit of a glue. So I do use those to kind of draw and pull. Supposedly bentonite absorbs 200 times its weight in toxins, and of course charcoal 2,000 times its weight. We use charcoal in the ER a lot for drugs and toxins, you know, to absorb these toxins. But in reality, there's herbs that draw and pull. Just your fruit or astringent, that'll help clean the bowel wall off too. I've seen a lot of black stuff come out of people's bowels just from diet alone. And you see that on colonoscopies. If I can locate his colonoscopy, maybe I'll show you that on the air. But he was kind of proud of that. And it was before and after the raw foods and herbs that I put him on. And you could see the difference. He had them dated. He was a fanatic like that, befores and afters. And so you see what we did, what our herbs and diet did in the guy that wrote the colon health book. You'll see his colon, and you can see it before and the black plaque that developed on the wall. So I don't care what medical doctors think. Not at all. Because these guys are the least knowledgeable, in my opinion, unless you came up, guys, and you've got yourself into naturopathy, you've taken on our field, you don't understand this field. And even though you're the ones doing the colonoscopies, I got a lot of your pictures here, so I get to see. Not everyone has it. It's like not everyone has worms and flukes and stuff. But some do. You know, not important. You're after the lymph system there and getting that interstitial lymphatic constipation corrected. That's what we're at. And you can't see that with a camera up the butt and down the mouth. You can't see in the wall, which is where most of the inflammation or acids are. So, my friend in Switzerland, I'll get your stuff out here and write this up today for you. And I thank you for viewing it. I hope Kathy talked about our school there for you. And we do have fun. We do have it, like she said, on DVDs. But you know what? Just knowledge yourself up. I mean, there's so much going on here that's cruel to humans. So knowledge yourself up. And a lot of you are doing this and getting great results, and I love that. Some of you might have some hard ways to go. And there is no non-curing. I'm into regeneration. I don't have this consciousness that, oh, you're beyond help. You don't know anyone around me that ever heard me say that. If people just look at me when I got cases and they go, my God, you're going to take that case on? We even take other practitioners' cases on. I help medical doctors. I help other naturopaths, osteopaths in particular, with their cases, chiropractors. I help them with their cases because if I can get you practitioners curing at these levels, we're going to infiltrate the world and we're going to change this thing, and the World Health Organization can pack its baggage and run. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.